Here we go. Up and running. Up and running. LFA 213 going down tonight. Getting a late jump on the card. Of course, we had some stuff going down in the UFC all day long. We've had combat sports going down. You know what? I said, you know what? Let's hop on. I said, you know what? Let's not just take it easy. Let's hop right back on here and get things rolling and going along. Have we had some finishes? Absolutely. Look at that. 2 arm bars. Standing rear naked. Always nice to see. 1 decision. And then I just caught the end of this one. Shaler Ladd. Pedro Lay Jr. Of course, listen, I'll be honest. I have not done any prep work. Have not looked into anybody here on this card. However, Cedric Manhoof. Any relation? I'm not so sure. Let's see who this Cedric Manhoof guy is. He's coming up next. 0-1 in MMA. How's he done in boxing? How's he done in kickboxing? What's he been doing? Of course, Melvin Manhoof. Who is this guy? Cedric Manhoof. Looks like there's some relation here. Potentially his older cousin, Melvin. Okay. 32 years old. K1, super combat fighter. Professional kickboxer, of course, following in the footsteps. Looks like he's coming into MMA. He's 0-1 so far. But Melvin in the corner? Let's see how he can do tonight. I'll be interested to see this one. Did not know about this one prior to tonight. Of course, we've had some mix-up with the main event. Maybe you have seen this. Maybe you haven't. But main event change-up. A couple of times this main event's fallen through. Of course, now we've got 2 Bellator veterans facing off in the main event. I'll have to check on that, to be sure. Don't want to put out any fake news, fake information. So we'll check our sources. Chris Gonzalez. Yep. Couple of Bellator matches in there. Jacob Rosales. I believe, unless I'm wrong, yes, he has also been in the Bellator cage. Also competed on the Contender Series. Jacob Rosales, of course, in the main event. Lots of canceled bouts as of late. But a couple, of course, UFL. Interesting promotion over there. Not had the best run as of late, but the guy has competed on the Contender Series. Lost to Jonathan JSP Pierce, Darren Smith Jr. in the LFA. I vaguely remember that loss. And then Victor Martinez. What has Victor Martinez gone on to do, you may ask? Not a ton. Not a ton. Tom Nolan, Jordan Levitt. You know, 2 fun fighters. 2 fun fighters. We'll give them their credit. But not the cream of the crop. Not what we're looking for when we are getting our prospects off of the Dana White's Contender Series. Also, let me just say, Dana White Contender Series coming back very, very soon. Excited for that. Excited for the fights. These are going to be fun. Of course, they're fun every single week. I mean, when do those fights rarely not deliver, right? When do they not deliver? Can hardly find a week where there's not at least one good fight. Sometimes the fights aren't great. Sometimes they go to decision. Now, listen, just because you're going to a decision doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be in the UFC. You don't have to just get a first-round knockout to get into the UFC. Now, Uncle Dana, of course, seems to think that is the case. I disagree. If you put on a great performance where you show a wide range of the mixed martial arts, a wide range of skills, a wide range of attacks, you should probably deserve to be in the UFC. If you fight through adversity, if you get hurt, just because you get hurt and you come back and win, just because you got hurt doesn't mean you don't deserve to be in the UFC. You don't need to smoke every opponent on the Contender Series. We've seen great fights between 2 great fighters, one of which loses the fight, the winner moves on, and then the loser comes back around next season or the season after and actually gets themselves back into the UFC anyway. So listen, I'm all for good Contender Series bouts. Anyway, let me know what's going on out there, guys. LFA 213, UFC Abu Dhabi just went down. Reinier de Ridder surprised the hell out of a lot of us. Now, listen, I wasn't shocked, but I was surprised. The way that he did it, kind of breaking Robert Whittaker. Cardio-wise, broke Robert Whittaker. I mean, de Ridder just fights hurt, right? He fights in such a goofy fashion that even when he's hurt, even when he's exhausted, it's essentially the same form and function as when he's perfectly fine, right? So he's like, I always say this, right? Whatever martial art that you kind of started in is where your cardio base is. A lot of commentators like to say that. You know, if you're a wrestler, you're good at staying composed, having cardio in the wrestling realm. If you're a striker, you're better at throwing punches, having that cardio for throwing punches. It's just built into your anatomy. You've been doing it for so long, right? Reinier de Ridder is such a wild I don't even know if it's called flamboyant. That's not quite the right word I'm looking for, but he's just so flim-flammy, goofy, wild, winging. When he's hurt, when he's tired, those kinds of movements don't make his cardio, don't make his endurance, don't shorten that endurance window any. It's like he's just fighting like a normal guy out there. It's like that is his fight style, is to just throw wild shit. And when you're tired, you throw wild shit. And so therefore, Whittaker's still getting tired, and de Ridder just kind of gets to this point where it's like, well, I can just stagnate and stay right here and just throw these wild shots and roll around the cage and somehow manage to pull off a win here and just accidentally fall into things. More power to him. Good for him. Because, damn, that was pretty fucking impressive. And for all those people out there saying Whittaker won that fight, I'm a huge Robert Whittaker fan. I've got a fucking t-shirt with Robert Whittaker on it. I've spent money on this guy, okay? I've spent money to help contribute to this guy's financial well-being. Bobby Knuckles. Been a fan for years. Love the guy. Great personality. One of the good guys of the sport. Family man, all that stuff. He lost. He lost the fight. 2-3. Right. Which rounds? Pretty easy to look at. And we can go back and find the stats before I even start discussing. Because really, you look at rounds 4 and 5 and not a lot happened, but de Ridder arguably won on the feet. Round 4. Round 5 was a little bit more mixed up, a little bit more clinch work. Round 4 was the closest one, but I still think that de Ridder won it, and it was pretty clear. Close fight overall, but in terms of round per round, very easy to score. Now, if we go back to one championship rules, now Robert Whittaker, of course, had the big knockdown. He had the closest. He was the closest of the two to getting a finish. That's for sure. Absolutely. If you score the fight as a whole, which guy came out of that one looking more exhausted, more beat up? Robert Whittaker, even though de Ridder went through that adversity. What's up, Captain America? What's up, dude? You enjoy the fights? I didn't get to see or watch along. I was kind of busy while I was watching the fights, but I'm glad, and I hope that you had a good time. Anyway, where are the damn stats for the damn fight? You're going to have to go all the way down to ESPN, root in the mud, find some fights. We are going to have to go all the way down to the scumbags at ESPN to look at some stats. This is the first place I can see the stats clearly. Now, listen, I'm not a stats man. That's the thing. Of course, you got to follow the stats. You use them as a general basis. But listen, significant strikes are not what did significant damage. It's what kind of strikes are being done at range. That's the real problem we have. People don't know what a significant strike is. It's a strike landed at range. That doesn't mean it had to be damaging. So, of course, they're going to be fairly even there on the feet. But total strikes, like ground strikes, de Ridder ran away with it. He just outworked Whittaker the entire fight. Just outworked him in the clinch. Outworked him on the ground. But round for round. And I don't remember if it was round 2 or round 3 in which Whittaker dropped him, to be fair. But de Ridder won a round completely based on control, and then he won rounds 4 and 5. Unfortunately for Bobby Knucks, There just isn't a lot going for him right now. People are saying, should he retire? Should he move up? I mean, what's next for Robert Whittaker? We talked about it last night over on Capitan Ralfucio's show. All right, Captain America himself. We talked about this. What's next for Robert Whittaker? What's next? 205. Does he stay? Who does he fight? Brendan Allen probably wants to call him out. That's kind of a fight that I'm looking at. That could happen. Brendan Allen, Robert Whittaker, maybe. But he's going to have to go look back in the rankings again and find somebody that he can try to rebound with. He says he has 4 more fights. The moment these guys start talking about retirement in exact terms, 4 fights, 3 fights, I got 2 more fights in me, I got 5 more fights in me, it's completely different than when guys say, well, I've got a couple more years, I'm going to fight till I'm 35. I'm going to fight till I'm 40. That's way off in the distance. They're not even thinking about that yet. It's a general throwing it out there kind of term, but they're not right there, right? Robert Whittaker saying 4 fights is right there. That could be 2 years, and then he's done. I don't like it when they start talking about that. I do not like it. The entire time we've been watching the UFC, right? Anybody out there, the entire time you've been watching the UFC, whether you started 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 5 years ago, or yesterday, already you're seeing people every single day talk about what's retirement, who's retiring, here, there, the other, right? Robert Whittaker's been talking about retirement the past couple weeks. He's got 4 more fights. I've got a 4-fight plan, and it's going to go exactly this ABC, D, right? That did not work out. You just lost. So now what? Your plan's already ruined. It's MMA, man. You don't know what the hell's going to happen in any given fight. Many of us thought Robert Whittaker's going to run through RDR. I did the entire week. Then I saw them face off, and I realized, oh my God, Reinier de Ridder was legit 6'4", massive, not just wider, not just taller, not just thicker, but longer, rangier, lankier. I mean, he's just got every single dimension on Robert Whittaker. Not a good look. I didn't like it. And I immediately went, you know what? Can Robert Whittaker still win? Absolutely. And he proved it. Almost put him away. Almost put him away. He was the closest to finishing the fight. But that size disparity, man, that size difference for a guy who, in his only real losses as of the last 5 years, I guess you could say, aside from the Izzy 2 fight, which is arguable, you could toss it either way. Damage, duration, that matters. Leading the dance and poking and prodding at range isn't doing much if you're doing more damage on the ground or have a significant amount of control time, controlling the cage. Now, other than that, you think of the Dricus fight, right? Got out-muscled, got bullied around, Hamzat fight, got his neck snatched up, jaw broke, bullied, destroyed, dominated, physically, right? All very, very much a physical game in those 2 matchups, Dricus and Hamzat. This one, I'm looking at it. RDR doesn't really have the best takedowns. Doesn't really have great striking at all. Now, he lands with infrequency because, he's throwing wild shit, and sometimes that shit lands. You saw it against Robert Whittaker. But the knees that he throws from range, that's physical. He has to crash into the clinch. He has to get in the clinch. He does not have traditional takedowns. He's not a great takedown artist. You saw it. Couldn't even get takedowns in round 4 and 5. Was struggling. Couldn't get him for the life of him. Sometimes shit just works for him, though. It's kind of like Dricus. Except Dricus, you look at him compared to RDR and you say, well, Dricus has a plan. RDR doesn't. Even though we were saying Dricus doesn't have a plan. We don't know what he's doing. Whittaker won. Max, how did Whittaker win this one? Listen, it was close. I'll say it was close, right? How did he win? Which rounds did he win? Which rounds? 4 and 5, pretty clearly RDR, right? He also racked up an entire round of control time. Whittaker was the closest to finishing him. That's pretty much acknowledged by anyone and everyone. But I need somebody to convince me otherwise. I need somebody to give me which round If you're scoring it as an entire fight, maybe you say Whittaker had more damage overall. But those knees, man, were killing him. You could see him flinching. You could see him reacting every single knee de Ridder threw at him. Not a good look. Somehow, de Ridder takes all kinds of crazy damage. I don't understand it. It's absolutely insane. Whittaker got closer to finishing, but that's not how they score it, man. I know. I completely agree with you. You're 100% correct. He was closer to finishing it, but round by round, they score it round by round. It's like each round is a different fight. And, you know, there's Joe Rogan out there saying they should change it up. Maybe they should change it, but that's what the rules say. They judge this thing round by round. And de Ridder won 3 out of 5 rounds. Now, of course, one of the judges had it split. But I mean, even the predictions, 50-50, man. But Matt, I appreciate you coming in. Which rounds? 4 and 5 were close. I mean, 5. I'd have to rewatch it, but 5 might have been closer. 4 was an easy round for de Ridder, in my opinion. Robert didn't really do much. Now, there weren't even takedowns in that one. But please let me know which rounds. 1 and 3 are a lock for Whittaker. Yeah, I think he picked and prodded apart de Ridder. He did some real damage. All those jabs, he had him cut over the eye. I mean, de Ridder was trying, but he didn't really do much in the first round, right? I'm with you there. Round 3, of course, the drop almost finished him. Like you said, 100% correct. I like what you're saying there. I see what you're going for. But 2, 4, 5. 2 was just control. 4, 5. 4 was mostly like just kind of them throwing at range. But Rob looked so exhausted in round 4. I mean, it looked bad in round 4 for Rob. I mean, getting outstruck by de Ridder, that's rough. That's rough stuff. But he was landing some of those looping shots, and you're just like, what the hell? How are you landing these? Right? And you said it yourself, damage is the number 1 criteria. Got closer to finishing, right? So I'm with you. It's round by round scoring. And again, maybe they need to change the rules. I'm just salty. Listen, Matt. You missed the whole diatribe. I love Robert Whittaker. One of my favorite fighters of all time. Great guy, family guy, fun personality. He's got the whole mean mug, right? I mean, he's a great guy. And Matt, I don't know, maybe you're Australian. I don't know. But unfortunately, he lost. And it wasn't that confusing. It wasn't that close where I'm going to sell the story of robbery. Absolutely not. I can't do it. I saw what I saw, and he looked. And again, if they want to change the rules and change it to full fight scoring, somebody looked really beat up and really exhausted after that fight, and it wasn't de Ridder. De Ridder looked kind of beat up, like he'd been through a fight. Whittaker looked fucked up, man. Like, he did not look like he was ready to go. De Ridder looked like he could probably go one more round, scrape it out, right? Scratch and claw for another round. Whittaker just looked done, man. He looked done. And I said a minute ago, like, he had this 4-fight plan. He said, I'm going to retire after 4 fights. That's not cool, man. I don't like that. De Ridder didn't look proud. Of course he didn't. He knows Rob's a legend, right? He probably has been looking up to Rob for years. It's hard to beat one of your idols. It's hard to beat one of your rivals that's not a bad guy that you're friendly with. He knew he won the fight, though. I think he knew. He wasn't shocked. Go back to a couple weeks ago. Matt, I don't know how many UFC fights you watch, how invested in it you are. Gabriel Bonfim the other week did not look like he won that fight, because I don't think he won the damn fight, right? De Ridder didn't have that look on him. It was close. It was close. So maybe he was surprised. He didn't look good winning. When does he ever look good? Go back to the Gerald Meerschaert fight. Gerald Meerschaert fight. You might say, Gerald Meerschaert, who the hell is that guy? He sucks, whatever. I mean, he barely got out of that one, right? This is just how he fights. And it's a mess. But he's a massive dude. And Robert Whittaker has had trouble with physical guys. So no, he did not look good winning at all. But did Dricus, up until the Robert Whittaker fight, did he look good winning? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. There's been plenty of guys that just sloppily find their way into wins. Just falling over. He's like Dricus. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. A lot like Dricus. In that fumbling, bumbling way of just like, I'm good enough to where I can take this. If I can take the damage, I'll just sustain and fall into something. That's RDR. And Dricus is very similar. I'm just a fucking tank. I'm durable. I don't have a bulletproof chin, but I can just take damage. Robert Whittaker's never been the toughest dude, right? Think about, I like to think about this. Robert Whittaker, very easy to cut open, very easy to bust his nose up. GSP, very similar. Cuts easily. Nate Diaz, you think of those guys, they cut easily, but they're tough. They're tough. They hang in there. He's a big sloppy oaf. You really can't say anything better than that. You can't put it in any better words. Dude's a mess, but he's fun to watch. He's kind of fun to root for because you're like, man, can he get it done? There's no way he gets it done. He's not the favorite. Again, I came into this week thinking, man, Robert Whittaker is just going to blast through this guy. And then I see him pull up, weigh-ins, depleted. Then they show up to ceremonial weigh-ins, build back up. And, I mean, did you see the size of that guy in there? I mean, you watch the fight. When he started grappling, when he was, I don't remember if he ever got full mount. It might have been crucifix at one point, close to getting crucifix, or I'm mixing up fights. I don't know. I got to rewatch it. But he was all over Whittaker, and he just dwarfed him. He literally covered his entire body. You didn't even know. Who's next for RDR? I think Izzy. I think Izzy makes sense. We got Caio Borralho taking on Imavov. That's going to be a good fight. Beginning of September. They're looking for somebody to fight on that Perth card. Sean Strickland suspended. I don't know if that's going to happen for Izzy. That's what I was looking at, but I got you, brother. I got you. I think it's Izzy. I think that'd be a fun one. Izzy, Loki. I mean, if he fights smart, and now I'm no huge Izzy fan at this point. I think he's kind of fallen off the wagon in terms of entertainment value. But he's still a good counter striker, right? Counter striker. Has a hard time going tit for tat now. But could he pull back? Ping de Ridder on the way into one of these sloppy takedown attempts or sloppy clinch attempts? It's entirely possible. That's the kind of finish I could see Izzy at this point still potentially getting. I like that one. Easy comeback arc if he wins. Matt, are you from down under, man? I mean, what? I don't know. I don't know if Izzy's got it in him. Now, if he gets a win, they're going to want to run the Dricus rematch. They're going to want to run the Hamzat Izzy match, right? They're going to want to run that because Izzy's still got the big name, big star, whatever, that whole mess, right? So I don't know. I don't know if he's got the comeback arc in him, but it'd be fun to see him get back in there, get a win. I just think he's kind of on the way out, man. I think he took a lot of damage in that Sean fight. I think he took a lot of damage in that Dricus fight. And I think a lot like Robert, they don't have glass chins. They're not weak. They're not fragile, but they just don't have the same kind of like grit down, bite down toughness that they once had. Something's different, right? You get older, things change. Your body just can't take it anymore. And not because you're weak, not because you're not tough, not because you're not durable. Just there's something off. There's something that changes, and it's just like, I can't take that anymore. Look at how Robert was reacting to those knees, man. I mean, listen, I don't want to take a single one of those knees. I'd be on the floor crying. Everybody in this chat, everybody watching this, be all on the floor crying, taking one of those knees. Those are hellacious. That's what he's known for. Beating guys up in the clinch, bullying them, just annoying the hell out of them, getting busy, hitting them in the clinch, just working them, outworking them, and he outworked Robert. And he just beat him down. And I think Robert and Izzy are kind of in that similar area where it's like, they still got the toughness. They can still hang in there. They can still win some fights, but they just don't have the, like, that next gear of, if I'm hurt, where can I go from here? Where can I go from here? I'm exhausted. Where do I go from here? Robert did a lot of standing around in rounds 4 and 5 because he was tired. And I don't blame him. But he just didn't push it. He couldn't. There just wasn't something to go, even though I'm exhausted, let me just throw the jab out there. Let me just throw something out there. Strickland is in that area too. He might be. That broken nose. He's always talking shit, but where is it, man? I don't know if that. I think it's slightly different. Holy moly. Melvin Manhoef's cousin just got knocked the fuck out in the LFA. Matt, we've been busy talking. I've enjoyed the chat. We missed a fucking hellacious knockout there. Anyway, Sean, I don't know if he's actually in that area. I agree, and I'm not sure. The verdict isn't out on your statement here. Strickland, I think he just doesn't fight like a real killer. He says he does. He says he's going in there for a war. That doesn't happen. McVeigh gets it done. Well done. Well done. Pop over here. Noah Bay. Not McVeigh. My bad. Anyway, Sean Strickland, I don't think he's right there. I think Sean he doesn't fight like a warrior. You look back and you say, Paulo Costa last week looked pretty damn good. If he fought like that against Sean Strickland, I'm not sure Sean Strickland wins that fight last year. Paulo Costa looked pretty damn good. Now, do I think he's going on a title run? I don't think so. I don't think he's got the skills to hang. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Rogue Strummer, what's up, man? RDR destroys Adesanya. You think so? I don't know. Adesanya's got some good counter-striking. Very fast. He could destroy him. I'm not ruling it out. I mean, look at what he just did to Whittaker. Is his only chance at KO? Yep. Some kind of slip, pull back, counter. While RDR's kind of plodding in like a zombie, right? That's kind of how I see it. Izzy Styles on him. And we got two feuding chatters out here. Rogue and Matt. Have at it, man. I don't know. Actually, Adesanya did look better recently. I sort of forgot. Looked better recently where? Against Imavov? Against Imavov? That was rough. I'm curious. I think it'd be a good one. But just because Kaio and Imavov are matched up. But honestly, if they just want to run a fresh matchup and they think he's a big name and he's got that where's Norway? Or the Netherlands, that East or West Europe. He looked great in that fight until he got slept, bro. It was a rough finish. I can say that was rough. It was rough for him. Imavov's underrated. Imavov's very basic, a lot like Strickland, and it's kind of where Izzy got caught. Just sometimes that basic straight shots. Fuck with Izzy. Yeah, Rogue, I mean, sometimes the fights blend together, I'll be honest with you. You watch so many fights, they just blend together. Maybe I'm thinking of things differently, but listen, that was rough for Izzy. Got knocked down. This guy's cool. Noah Bay in the LFA. 5-3 now. Not the first time. Strickland fought like a pussy versus Duplessis. He had his nose broke, to be fair. I mean, I don't like the way the Sean fights anyway. I mean, you see what he did to Abus. Like, you want to throw a couple kicks and things and like that. The Izzy fight. Now, listen, he was such a big underdog against Izzy. I was pumped. I'm like, not even as an Izzy hater. It was just crazy to see an underdog drop Izzy and then come back and just basically dominate him the entire fight, right? Not the first time we've seen him do that. I don't like the way he fights, though. It's boring as fuck. It's like sparring. And the last, 2 rounds, Rogue, that he got his nose broke against Duplessis. He just didn't have it in him. That shit was bad, man. He wasn't taking any more shots than that. I thought he did perfect versus Abus. Yeah, but that's how he should fight. Blitz some guys. Put some pepper on them, you know? He would have fought hard on a random YouTube influencer for Safni Akon. Yeah, I don't, It's not a good look to me. Now, I think it's funny when he beats up the influencers or the guys who are talking trash or saying like, hey, I'm going to come to the gym and beat up Dan Ige or Sean Strickland or Chris Curtis or whatever. Like, it's funny, but it's not a good look, to Rogue's point, when you fight kind of like a pussy in the octagon, when you're just on the defensive and you're just poking a jab out there. He's talented. He's a great striker, great at sparring, very defensively sound. I mean, not many guys can really hurt him offensively, right? Poatan did it, but other than that, not really. Of course, he also just like walked into Poatan's range. Like, what are you doing? You gonna jab or try to stay away like you usually do? No, I guess not. How about Ibo Aslan's performance? LOL, all these idiot Turkish. They want the Turkish fan base, man. That's their one guy. That's their one guy. Dude, he had his hands raised after that fight. Now, Rogue, to be fair, I was so bored during that fight, I was falling asleep. Early fights, you know, you're just waking up. Dude, come on. They were putting me to sleep. Billy Elikana, I was high on that guy. I said, you know what? You rode Bogdan's back the entire first round back in January. Then you get finished. It was on late notice. Pretty impressive for a late notice fight to be able to do that to Bogdan. Then you go out there and do that shit, man. I know Ibo Aslan, power puncher, heavy-handed, like he's just going to come swing. He didn't do shit. Ibo fought like a pussy, too. He did. He was very cautious. He got knocked out, and so now he's going to be very timid, very scared to get after it. He landed like 12 strikes the entire fight, and Elikana was standing right in front of him. That's not little people arms. Him and Paulo Costa have some dinosaur arms. Some little dinosaur arms. I will agree with you there. All right, what do we have next? LFA. Edmund Kwan versus Loai Abushar. 4-0, 4-1. Got some decent prospects here. Now, again, just to preface, haven't done my homework on this card. 2 Bellator guys in the main event. That's all I know. That's all I know. Isaac Thompson sounds familiar. Jeremy Henry, not familiar with his game. But yeah, man. Ibo Aslan, Billy Elikana, easily the worst fight of the night. And dude, I mean, you can go watch my breakdown, and I do the recaps kind of like meme-y, kind of just having fun with it, being quick for somebody who can't watch the entire breakdown from the other YouTubers that are 45 minutes long. Like, I like watching those because I need the detailed breakdown. I turn it on while I'm working or go back rewatch fights. I don't have time to do that sometimes, so I make quick 5 to 10 minute breakdown, just having fun, goofing off. Dude, that tap at the Ricci knockout, impressive for her at her size to get a finish. I'll give her credit. Good finish, fun finish. But it seemed like an accident. Like she didn't really aim for the eye socket. She didn't really aim to angle the elbow in that particular way. It was fun. It was good. But it seemed like an accident. I feel bad for Rivas. Why? Because she's on such a losing streak, or because the eye? I'm curious what's going on with her. Has there been any update on her eye? She did give a thumbs up on her way out of the cage. But I'm curious if there was any significant damage. Because she did take it just straight in the eyeball. Not even the eye socket. I mean, obviously the eye socket, but she took that elbow just right in the eye, like some kind of pressure. And she just fell over. Had nothing. What about Muhammad Yahya? Brother. Ooh. Yikes. That was rough. That dude stinks. I'm sorry for everybody in the Middle East who has to deal with that guy, because they got some fun fighters on the regional scene. They've had some fun fighters in the PFL MENA cards. Yikes, bro. That was awful. Muhammad Yahya. I mean, he was dropped like 10, 12 times. I know the record's 6. Now they're going to tout Stephen Nguyen as some, like, great fighter. I did not like the finishing capabilities there. Very weak in the finishing category. Reba's training hard, but she really doesn't have the talent. Listen, Rogue. You sound like you're a hardcore fan. You sound like you know what you're talking about. Listen. All these women, very talented. There's a few that I really love to watch. Zhang Weili, Kayla Harrison Fun, Amanda, Cyborg. There's been some ladies that I really like. Okay. Dakota Ditcheva, for one. Very dangerous. Love watching her fight. Very impressive what she did the other day. But these ladies just cannot physically damage each other at all. Now, Tabitha Ricci, there's been a couple finishes lately. Carly Judice, I like that. That was a good look. 8 times. Yeah. And like 2 of them they said were slips, but yeah, it was like 8-10. Based rogue. All right, fellas. But man, some of these ladies just cannot hurt each other. And I don't care how skilled they are. They're very skilled. They're very technically proficient. They're all raising the level of women's MMA every single day, right? But they're just not hurting each other. They just physically are incapable of like putting the same kind of torque and force into shots. Stip jab, he hasn't even been training that long. Has she not been training that long? Now I'm curious. She just goes in there and throws fucking everything, bro. She lands like 10, 11 strikes a minute. She gets hit like 8 or 9 times a minute. She's fucking fun to watch, man. But man, most of these ladies just they can't hurt each other, and it's hard to watch for me. It's hard to get invested in. Any update on Rebos? I'm looking at Instagram. Let me check Twitter. She's newer to MMA. She just works harder than everybody. Yep. Listen, Rogue. I don't know if you caught onto this. I caught onto this. I thought it was awful. Now, I know Derek Lewis is a heavyweight. Doesn't run. He's kind of flabby, whatever. He's not in the best shape. Here and there. You can say whatever you want to say. Whatever's going on. Whatever's going on with Derek Lewis. He said after his fight, I started running 2 miles a day every other day this camp to get in shape. Like, are you kidding me? And this isn't something to say bad. This isn't something bad to say about Derek Lewis. But you're telling me a professional MMA fighter that's been doing this for years is just now running 2 miles every other day to get in shape? You're a professional athlete. And listen, I want these guys and these ladies to get paid more. They probably get paid double, and I think that's probably a fair wage. Because are you fucking kidding me? And 2 miles every other day? Are you joking right now? And you're supposed to be taken as a serious professional athlete? And I know that's Derek Lewis, kind of a goofball. But come on now. And I'm supposed to help you try to get paid 10, 20 times more than you're getting paid, as much as NFL, NBA, soccer players. Come on now. You've got to be joking. That's embarrassing. Heavyweight's super sloppy. But if Carly Judice, who hasn't been training very long, I'm taking you at your word here. Carly Judice, new to MMA, she's going out there and just blitzing through ladies because she's got better cardio. She can keep up a higher pace than them. She can put some damage on some ladies. That's kind of embarrassing. Do Rebos and Ricci, who never get finishes. Now, she got a finish tonight. Ricci did. Good for her, right? You can say that 1,000 times. But so many decisions. Are you working in the gym, or are you working to build your OnlyFans account? I genuinely question this stuff. Say things like I'm sexist all you want, but I just wonder, like, where's the motivation? How does a Carly Judice come into the sport? She doesn't look overly athletic to me. She doesn't look like some freak explosive athlete jacked out of her mind. I don't like it. Heavyweight. Don't even get me started on heavyweight. Don't even get me started on heavyweight. I was very excited to see Buchecha. Wiry strong. Maybe that's what it is, man. Maybe that's what it is. Heavyweight, bro. Don't even get me started on Buchecha. That shit is very disappointing. Come on, bro. Marcus Almeida, you don't deserve any nicknames anymore, my friend. Martin Buday is not the kind of guy you lose to. Jacked, handsome. Marcus Buchecha Almeida. Come on, dude. Martin Buday is so bad that he got outstruck by Marcus Almeida. Jiu-jitsu specialist, jiu-jitsu practitioner. He's got no hands. He got outstruck in quite a few moments against Martin Buday. God, man. Martin Buday. Yeah, I mean, he was just spraying, bro. He's just like a bidet. He's just spraying. He's just like coming out steady as can be. Steady as a stream from your bidet, right? How can they both have looked any worse? You could have given the fight to either of the guys. Almeida maybe won. I don't fucking know. It's just embarrassing. Good for Buday. Keeps the streak going. Keeps the streak alive. He's 7-1 in the UFC. God, man. What the fuck, dude? And Almeida? What, did you forget all the jiu-jitsu knowledge? I mean, you had the guy dead to rights multiple times on a takedown. Where's the Walter Walker? Laying back for a heel hook, knee bar, anything. Nothing. These heavyweights don't know how to do anything, defend anything. You could have done it, man. You could have done it, Almeida. You could have made something of this heavyweight division. Make it interesting with the grappling, but I guess not. He's probably going to retire after this. I don't know really what else to say, you know? But Martin Bidet, how do you get outstruck in an entire round against Marcus Almeida, the jiu-jitsu guy? How do you get outstruck by that guy? How could they have both looked any worse? I don't know. Man, this LFA fight's getting started hot. Quan came shot out of a cannon. This guy's just all over him. Woo. Abushar's huge. He's got a lot of range on this guy. Very tall, very wiry. That wiry strength that Rogue was mentioning. How long's my channel been going? I think I started it like a year ago. But I've been off and on. Dude, I'm so busy. I can't keep up with this shit, man. About a year, Rogue. What's up about Shara Bullet? That was a hell of a fight. That was a fun fight. Now, he was a huge favorite, supposed to dominate. Supposed to be a layup against Marc-Andre. Almost lost it in moments. Oh, my fucking God. Hold on. Save Shara Bullet for a few minutes from now. Holy crap, dude. Anybody else watching this LFA stuff? Holy shit. I slept through the Shara fight. It was fun. Two warriors showing that warrior spirit, going back and forth. The Bullet's incredibly overrated, apparently. I think he's overrated because he just doesn't have like some... Dude, he just does not have like finishing capabilities. Dude. Rogue. Everybody out there, go look up LFA on the internet. Fucking nasty finish. This Quan guy, pretty highly touted prospect, 4-0, just got crushed by some 6-foot-tall monster with a knee. Fucking beautiful finish. Holy shit. What are we talking about? Shara Bullet? Rogue, it's worth going back and rewatching. His previous fights have been kind of unimpressive. The Armin Petrosian fight, he was losing, and then he had the double spinning back fist. That was fucking dope. But other than that, he took a couple guys on short notice, couple layups, and took them to a decision. Not very impressive there. This one, Marc-Andre was the huge underdog that was not deserved. Shara should not have been that big of a favorite. And they went to fucking war. He had Shara's nose all the way across his face, bloody. He looked like something out of a fucking horror film. I mean, it was crazy. It was awesome. Fun fight. Really fun fight. Actually played out pretty well, but should not have been that big of a favorite. And yeah, he's not... There's something missing. He's got the flashy kicks, the knees, the elbows. I mean, it's great stuff. It's like great damaging shots that you'd love to see as an MMA fan, mixing it up, cutting guys open. Shara also should have never lost to an older Michael Page. Yeah, he shouldn't have. Considering where he's at in his career, should not have lost it, but he doesn't have any kind of ground game at all. We've seen him get taken down and just walked all over. But the Michael Page, I mean, listen, MVP, yeah, Oleksiejczuk ragdolled him. MVP, though, very tough to fight. Very, very fast. He's such a weird style, right? He just couldn't get a hold of him. Couldn't find him with any kind of strikes. Awful fight, by the way. Oleksiejczuk ragdolled him. Yeah. Damn, dude. Absolutely insane finish over in the LFA. Shout out to this dude. Man. Loai Abushar. 5-1 now. 6'4", pardon me. Lightweight. Good grief. He just jacked this guy's chin. Sent him to the moon. Let me see if I can find a clip of it. Because, goddamn. I'm dumbfounded. This guy just destroyed him. Anybody tweeting about LFA? Come on, somebody help me out. Damn. We'll get it eventually. We'll find it. This dude looks like a baby, bro. He's got a beard. Looks like a man now. How old is this guy? That's the kind of shit that'll get the UFC's attention. I'll say that. Don't know when he was born. Don't know how old he was. I wasn't looking at the tail of the tape. Should have been. Linda is going to take care of the interview in a second. Where's the tail of the tape? 28 years old, getting on the older side. Although he did dispatch of Kwan, who's 30. He does speak English. He is American. That's good. Cool. Surprised considering the name, but that's all right. We got an American prospect. Maybe. Don't know where this guy comes from. Not sure where this guy comes from. Where does he train? Fighting out of Arizona. Fucking fantastic finish, though. Good God. Beautiful KO. He's saying it over and over again. I mean, it is. Just a knee right up the middle. Think of Patchy Mix and Rogue Strummer. You'll be back later. I don't know if I'll be on later, but subscribe to the show. We'll chat it up. You sound like you know what you're talking about. I like it. Anyway, have a good night, brother. Loai Abushar. 5-1 now. 6'4" lightweight. Fucking monster. Talking Israel, Palestine right now. All right. Not my cup of tea. Don't need to talk about that. It's not what we're here for. That's a hell of a clip right there. I want a cigarette and an LFA bonus check. I like this guy. He's fun. This dude's sick. Fuck yeah, dude. Loai Abushar rocks the shit out of Edmund Kwan. Holy fuck, we're on to something here. Maybe we got an exciting prospect. Maybe we've got an exciting American prospect. I don't know. He looked good. He looked good against a guy who was 4-0 LFA. We don't, we got to test this guy a little bit. You never know. You never know until they face really good competition. It's hard to say. But damn. Oh, here we go. All right, it's on Fight Pass. All right. Watch this shit. If you're on here, watch this dude. Loai Abushar with the knockout. Oh. We'll take it frame by frame. All right, here we go. Kwan got the hands up. Looking good. Loai, very tall. 6'4" for a lightweight. 28 years old. Cool tattoo. All right. Kwan coming in. Bad camera angle. Can't really see what's going on exactly. Kind of dips in. Goes for the body shot, right? You have to lower yourself for the body shot. Lower the head. Sometimes we talk about this. Lowering your head for the body shot can be risky. Well, he does it. And he fucking pays for it. Knee right up the middle. You cannot do that against somebody who's 6'4". He barely lifted his knee. And put you to fucking sleep. Out cold. Dead on the canvas. Loai Abushar, American prospect, 28 years old. Getting up there. But he's still got time. If you can keep getting some finishes like this shit. Holy moly. Beautiful finish. Let it play one time all the way through. Ready?
It was early of Edmund Kwan.
Look. Got neck. Isaac Thomas. Chris Gonzalez. Okay. Ooh. All right. Let me know, chat. What do we want to talk about? What do we want to talk about? UFC. What else is going on? Got some news. Aaron Pico, Lerone Murphy. Co-main event 319, baby. Bellator. Title challenge. Did he fight for the title? I don't know if he ever fought for the title. Can't remember off the top of my head. But Pico making his UFC debut. Oh, this is hilarious. No hand-eye coordination is the best base for MMA. Let me tell you, folks. Let me tell you. You forget. I believe he missed every single one of those if you go back and rewatch the entire video. Good grief. MMA Centel, don't get caught with that guy. Don't get caught with that guy. Funny posts, but don't get caught. Fake news, fake news. Anywho. LFA in September. Minnesota, Spain, Brazil. Getting all over the world. Hey, they're beating the UFC to Spain, man. Not a good look. I don't like it. Come on, UFC. Get over to Spain. You got Ilia Topuria. You got Dricus. Head on down to South Africa. PFL just did it, and they rocked the fucking house. Where's the card in South Africa? What, are you going to wait until Dricus loses and then go there? I mean, come on. Full Send says that Strickland de Ridder is the fight to make next. Not a fan. Somebody's on a rocket to the moon and the other guy is not. That's cool. Oh, this is pretty cool. So, here we are, Netherlands, of course, RDR, celebrating his victory over Robert Whittaker. Here's the reaction. That's pretty cool. Look at all these people there to watch him, man. It's awesome. Branching out into the Netherlands a little bit more with RDR. Overeem's not the only one.
Here are the totals. Judge Mike Bell scores it 48-47 for Whittaker. Judge Cartledge 48-47 to Ridder. And Judge Nathan Levity scores it 48-47 for your winner by split decision.
They're going fucking nuts for this guy. Awesome. Love to see that stuff, man. Good for RDR. Get some support. Boys, it's late. Can't even talk properly. Getting some support from the hometown. Awesome to see that. He's a goofy ass fighter, man. He is a goofball of a fighter, and he throws some wild, wild strikes. But this guy, he knows how to just take a lick on the chin and press the action forward. He's fun, man. The Ridder's fun. A lot like Dricus, but very much makes Dricus look like a genius in there. And that's crazy to say. What else is going on? Javier Reyes, we know. Where's that picture? Man, I gotta find that picture of Shara Magomedov. He looked absolutely terrifying. Like I said, Pico, Lerone Murphy. Lerone, man. Now's your time, man. Now's your time to show us something. Show us what you got. Get a finish. Get a finish, Lerone. We need it. We need you to improve. I hate to see it when guys get into the rankings and they start to decline in terms of their skill level and like entertainment value. I shouldn't say skill level, but blanking on the word. Anyway, I look at Ian Gary, very talented, very skilled fighter, but just boring as shit, man. Just boring as shit. And I don't want Lerone Murphy to turn into that guy. He's kind of slowly turning into that guy. Aaron Pico, he's a fun fighter. Was a highly touted prospect years ago. Still pretty highly touted, still pretty young. He's 28, still 28 years old, coming over here. Co-main event of a pay-per-view in your debut fight. Okay. Former college wrestler, former Golden Gloves winner. Ish. What are we going to get into with you, Pico? Can you prove us wrong? Can you show that the Bellator guys, the PFL guys, have something to offer? Or is he just going to fall by the wayside again? I sure hope not. Damn it. We started talking about Sharamagomedov a little bit. That was a good one. Ended up being a closer fight than people thought, and then that the odds were suspecting it would be. The odds makers, they were wrong. Absolutely wrong. Should not have been that big of a favorite. Look at this dude, man. He's tougher than I thought, man. I give him credit. He's got that fucking dog in him. I mean, he's got that lion in him. He's got something in him. Not great on the ground at all. Doesn't seem to have a lot of pop in the shots at all. But this guy's dog tough. Look at his nose, man. I mean, he's got his nose popped entirely to the other side of his face. Covered in blood. Whew. Shara Bullet's got some. He earned my respect today. I was pretty low on the guy. Was not very impressed. Thought he needed to finish some of the guys that he allowed to get to the distance with him. He's good, man. And he's fun to watch. He's fun to watch. If nothing else, if you don't think he's ever going to win a title, which I don't think he will, I don't think he's ever really going to get that highly ranked. He's also 31 years old already. Doesn't have a ton of time on his side, but he's fun to watch. Throw him on some of the Saudi cards. Throw him on some of the Middle East cards. Like, he adds some value to it because he always comes to fight. What more can you really ask for at this point? But we got Isaac Thomas, Jeremy Henry coming up. 23 years old. Jeremy Henry, 31. Not a great record. So we're looking at the Aussie. Looking at the Aussie to improve, or to look to improve to 8-3. $23. Damn, dude, I'm getting old, man. You guys make me feel old. Career disclosed earnings $0. Team Alpha Male guy. Okay. Fights, of course, are taking place in California. Bad combo, Jeremy Henry. Fights out of New South Wales, Australia. Trains in Sacramento with Team Alpha Male. It's good. Good that he's at a good gym. Solid gym. Trustworthy gym. Reliable gym. What weight class? Featherweight. 5'11". This is your time to shine, man. Paul Buentello. Look at this guy, man. Referee Paul. He's come a long way. Say money's coming in late on Isaac Thompson. Interesting. All right. Impress me, Isaac Thompson. Impress me. Four KOs for Thompson, it says. That's a good sign. Looks like he's got a good boxing game, some good low kicks so far. I like what I'm seeing. Whips on a combination, but good head movement. Good awareness defensively. I like it. Henry's been around a while, but not a great record. Doesn't mean he sucks. Just means he's been around a while. Taking some losses. Ooh, nice head kick combo. That was a Robert Whittaker combo. That was a little bit of a Whittaker combo. Okay. Ooh, I like this. Striking right into a clinch. Mixing the martial arts. It's called mixed martial arts for a reason. Of course, we have specialists that are really great at what they do. But I like it when I see mixing the martial arts, changing levels, developing a game to where you can mix everything into everything. Shoot a takedown. If it misses, throw some strikes upstairs. Throw some strikes upstairs. Shoot for a takedown. Mix it up. Change levels. Surprise them. Great recent example of this. Fairly recent, I guess. Volk finish over Yair. Went every level. Knees, elbows. Clinch. Takedown. Beautiful. Right? All right, now he's got Henry on the ground. Thompson all over him. Looks very calm in there, like he just knows what he's fucking doing. And maybe that's because Henry sucks. I don't know. Oh, dude, elbows from side control. Now they're back up. He's showing his full MMA game here. I like it. Let him back, seemingly letting him back up because he didn't quite have the position, didn't quite have a submission. Just let him up. Back in tight. He's on top again. That is Isaac Thomas, Australian prospect. He's just elbowing, hammering away. This is a wrap. This is a fucking wrap. He's got the neck now. Oh, he's rear naked. He's all the way in. This is over. Henry's fighting the hands. He's tapped. I like what I see. Now, how good is his opponent? I don't know. Not the best, but I like that he was patient and showed different levels of the game, showed different aspects of the game. Didn't just walk in there and swing wild punches or shoot a wild takedown. Everything seemed very methodical, well planned out. That tells me that he's got something more to the game and that he took the time to work on something in the cage in a live environment. We were talking about Sean Strickland earlier about he just spars all the time. It's good to spar all the time, but you kind of get in this mindset of just point fighting. Maybe not pushing it hard enough. I don't know. But this guy looks like he's got some real skill. Does he have power? He's got a couple knockouts. Does he have real power? We'll have to wait and see. But I like the look of this guy. Improves to 8-2. He's got skills. He's got talent. He's not a freak athlete. Not super explosive from what I've seen, but maybe he is. He's got some crazy power too, but he showed that he's got good technique and he's been training, working in the gym on some things. Clearly. I mean, he went right from striking into a takedown. Elbows from side control. I like the look of that. 150 catch belt or catch weight belt. Excuse me. Catch belt. No. Gabby McComb earlier jiu-jitsu. Well known for her jiu-jitsu. She walked over into MMA. She's now 2-0 after winning tonight. That's awesome for her. Maybe we add some danger into the ladies' rankings. I don't know. But we got the main event now. He said he wanted to show his full MMA game, and that he did. Every aspect you could see. And he's calling for his UFC shot now. Late notice, contender series. I'd call this dude up. Hell yeah. Who won this one? Isaac Thomas. Aussie fighter. 8-2 prospect. Didn't look super crazy dangerous in this one, but he showed all facets of the game and he got the choke. Had some elbows from side control on the ground. Looked really, really impressive. Isaac Thomas got the win. Very impressed by this guy. I like that he showed different aspects of the game and then he mixed the martial arts. But Hello Kitty. The great Hello Kitty joins the chat. But Isaac Thompson calling for Dana to get him in the UFC. Call him up. Late notice. Dana White Contender Series. This should be the first guy you call. I like what this guy displayed. I like the skills and the variety of different techniques he has on display. Trains out of Team Alpha Male. Trusted gym. Well-known gym in the UFC circles. Why not? Great performance. What's going on? Hello, fucking Kitty. What you doing here? What's going on? How'd you feel about the fights earlier? You watching in the UFC or you just watching LFA? You an LFA hardcore? Or are we talking about UFC? Who won the UFC? In that case, de Ridder got it done. Some people think in shocking fashion. Some people say robbery. I say no. Fairly clear win for RDR. Close fight, but fairly clear win. Anywho. Isaac Thompson getting it done. The Aussie gets it done, calls a shot, wants to be in the UFC. I dig it. I dig it. Whew. Been a long day. What else we got going on? Any news? Shout out Red Corner MMA. Let's see what Bryce Mitchell's got to say after his win today. Big win today.
Yeah, dude, it was just really, really hard fight. And I wish it would have been more exciting for the fans, but I was just fighting for my life. Like, I really was praying during the fight. Like, Jesus, just keep me alive, because the fight felt like death. I remember fighting for air. I remember getting hit and seeing lights, and I remember, like, coaches telling me between rounds, like, you can do this, just like dig. And, dude, it was a really, really hard fight. And if you ever get in one of those, I just recommend you pray, because that's literally what I was doing. I mean, I wasn't figuratively. I was literally praying, Jesus, please just keep me alive. And I was fighting with all my strength. And, like, afterwards, I was, like, overheated. Like, I could barely move. I was so hot. It was, like, hard to breathe after the fight. Yeah, dude, it was just really, really hard fight. And I wish it would have been more exciting for the fans, but I was just fighting for my life. Like, I really was praying during the fight. Like, Jesus, just keep me alive, because the fight felt like death. I remember fighting for air. I remember getting hit and seeing lights, and I remember, like, coaches telling me between rounds, like, you can do this, just like dig. And, dude, it was a really, really hard fight. And if you ever get in one of those, I just recommend you pray, because that's literally what.
Pray for your life. If you're ever in trouble, if you're ever in a tough fight, pray for your life. I don't know. Said Nurmagomedov, no easy competition for anybody. That guy's tough. Hard to fight. Very tricky. Ooh. somebody on Twitter getting a little mouthy. He says, please just leave one championship and go to the UFC. Fabricio Andrade. They can't do anything for you. The contracts aren't worth the paper they're printed on. Come to the UFC. Fabricio Andrade, that's a dangerous MMA prospect. Of course, we saw Reinier de Ridder pick up a big win today. We saw Whittaker compete today in the UFC. Fabricio Andrade, (27 years old). This guy has dominated and destroyed John Lineker in moments, unlike anything I've ever seen. This is a guy who's really fun to watch. Very dangerous. Great Muay Thai, kickboxing skills. Very dangerous. When was the last time this dude fought? January. Yeah, I mean, look at some of these finishes. I mean, does this sound normal to you, like a normal fighter? Listen to some of these finishes. Now, of course, he's not fighting the best competition. It's in one championship. I get it. And he lost to Jonathan Haggerty in kickboxing. Wasn't in MMA, not his sport. So he's got some KOs, some submissions, a couple decisions in there. Finish. Knees to the body. Finish there. Then a liver kick finish. Makes John Lineker quit. And then he gets another body finish in round one. I mean, this guy damages people like I've very rarely seen in MMA. Each strike thrown with murderous intent. That is Fabricio Andrade, of course, competing out of Tiger Muay Thai, Brazilian, won championship. And I see some guys on Twitter saying, get this guy in the UFC right now. Leave. You've got nothing. There's nothing in the one championship for you. There's nothing over there for you. Get over here. Come on. And I say to that, I agree. 27. Bantamweight, featherweight, wherever he's going to compete. That featherweight, he'd throw a wrench in featherweight's plans. Very dangerous guy. Think Gene Silva, but like, I wouldn't say a little more aggressive. Gene Silva's a little quiet. You know, he's very slow, methodical. Fabricio is very dangerous, though. Reminds me a little bit of Gene Silva in some ways. What else is going on? What else is going on? Okay, so Amanda Ribas, however you say it, took a huge shot right to the eyeball, right to the eye socket earlier today against Tabitha Ricci. Tabitha Ricci's maybe her only finish ever, potentially, but she landed a pretty clean elbow right to the eye socket. Amanda Ribas will need surgery. The bone in her face broke in the same place where it broke before. A titanium plate will be placed there again. Giving the thumbs up, showing that she's in good spirits. That's good. That's a good look. Shout out Marcel. Big Marcel. But damn, man. Amanda Ribas taking a huge shot. Ugh. Woo. Been a long day. What else we got going on? All right, LFA, move it along, move it along. Let's go. Main event. Come on now. Come on now. 2 former Bellator guys. Chris Gonzalez, 8-3. Let's see what kind of competition he's faced. Tim Wild. Oh, he did fight Usman. I thought he looked familiar. Goichi Miyuchi. Roger Huerta. Hey, look at that. Charles Radke. Got a win over Charles Radke, who's in the UFC. Luis Vargas. Aaron McKenzie. Vladimir Tokov. Tokov's a good win. Roger Huerta's a good win. Yamauchi. Where's Yamauchi been? What's he been doing? So he fought last year, Koreshkov. Remember the Neiman Gracie rematch? That was very, very lackluster fight there. It's over in Pancrase. Okay. Interesting. All right, that's Chris Gonzalez for you. A little bit of backstory. Jacob Rosales lost twice on the contender series. Had a lot of canceled bouts through 2024 and 2025. Picked up a win earlier this year. Neck crank. Not too bad. Lots of losses here. Eesh. Kevin Boehm. That's good. Jose Martinez. Not too bad. Lost to Jonathan Pierce. JSP. Mike Segura. Justin James. A loss to Justin James. Alejandro Arredondo win. Split, though. I don't have enough time to watch all the fights that I want to watch, so I won't pretend like I'm going to give you some great breakdown on this one. But Chris, I'm liking the resume better. I'm liking some of the fights he's had. Now, he lost to Usman Nurmagomedov, of course. 33. A Tim Wild loss. That's not good. I do not like that. But wins over Roger Huerta and Vladimir Tokov. And hilariously, a Charles Radke win early in his career. I am predicting he comes out a little bit better from this one. Ryzen going on right now. Cross, what's up, my brother? We got the LFA stream going. We're checking it out. It's been a long day, but we're going to watch some LFA and hit the hay. See, I got that rhyming and everything. How'd you do on picks, Cross? Listen, I'm not a picks guy, but I'm curious. How'd you do on picks tonight? Did you have RDR winning? RDR did not shock me. However, I was surprised that Robert did get gassed so early in that fight. Anyway, shout out Cross. Go check out Cross. Great breakdowns. Lays everything out on the table for us. Anyone watching the stream, if anybody's out there, go check out Crossover MMA. He's got some sick breakdowns, fun breakdowns. Got a nice, soothing, monotone voice. Not so crazy, not so wild, not explosive, but he's just good, steady content. I like it. But shout out Crossover MMA. Popping in. He's a hardcore fan. He watches the regional scene. Keeps an eye on it. Respectable man out there. Thanks for popping in, Cross. Anyway. What else we got going on out there, chat? Let me know. Braha. What's that Braha for? Thanks, bro. Old Whittaker. I'm debating streaming Fury tomorrow. What do we got lined up for tomorrow? Do it, man. Cross, I say do it. What's on the schedule for tomorrow? I know Anthony Pettis has some stuff going on. Yep, Anthony Pettis is going on Fight Pass. Woo, get me back to the fights. There we go. What's on the docket tomorrow? Sunday fights. Love to see that. Petr Yan won. Yes, he did, Matt. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Now that was... Listen, I had high hopes. I'm blanking on his name. Yan and Marcus McGee. They went at it. They had a little bit of a battle. McGee, very powerful. I'm glad that he did not wilt in the first round. I thought after a couple of those shots that Yan landed that were just stiff, I thought, Marcus McGee, you're going to get outclassed, my friend. He did get outclassed, but he had a good showing for himself. I'm glad that he did. But Marcus McGee, I mean, hell of a turnaround for this guy. Hell of a turnaround coming out of Arizona MMA Lab, excuse me. Look at this, man. Started all the way back in 2012. 35, almost 36 years old. Loses in the LFA by finish 2022. 3 years ago, this man lost in the LFA, takes the opportunity, short notice against Journey Newsom, knocks his way into the rankings with a little bit of a suspicious win over Jonathan Martinez. It was close, but I think he won it. And he's fighting Petr Yan, just taking every opportunity that comes his way, taking advantage of all these opportunities. And 3 years later, he's fighting Petr Yan for a potential title shot. Fucking nuts, this guy. Fucking nuts what this guy's done. I love it. Taking chances, taking names along the way. Doesn't get it done against Petr Yan, but he shows that he's one tough motherfucker. He hung in there. Petr Yan just too tricky, too crafty, man. I forgot what I was even looking at. What do we have tomorrow? Anthony Pettis, Fury Challenger Series. Okay. Wasn't even aware of that, man. Cross has got me beat. He's more of a hardcore than I am. Anyway. All right. Gonzalez, Rosales. Is this 5 rounds? I think it's probably 3. Short notice. They changed the main event 2 or 3 times, I believe. Gonzalez, hip toss out to the middle of the canvas. Chris Gonzalez looking better so far. On top, half guard. Rosales looking for a Kimura here, fishing for something. Can he get it? I doubt it. 2 former Bellator guys, of course. A little bit older in their careers. A little bit late stage regional MMA fighters. That's okay. That's okay. We can still have fun. At least they made something of a main event out of this. Rosales a bit scrappy here. But Gonzalez. Gonzalez sounds like the same thing. Can't keep track. But Gonzalez all over him. But Rosales staying busy on bottom. I do like that. That's good. But listen, we're not going to get some crazy UFC prospect out of this, so hopefully it's just a good fight. Hunting for an arm. Looks like the elbow's out. Still holding on to it. Pops up out of it. Rosales staying busy off the back. I love that. Love that. Matt, Muslim Salikov. Holy crap, dude. 41-year-old got that shit done. Cleaned him up with one shot, man. Holy shit. That was fucking dope. Just boop. Yes, sir. Capitan Arafucho. Captain America. Back again. Yeah, Cross was in here for a minute. I'm not sure if he's still hanging out in here, but crossover. Capitan. Shout out to the boys. 2 minutes, 209, 208, 207. But anybody else hanging out in here? We got a couple people in here. We're having fun. LFA. Main event. Main event. They changed it a couple times, but anybody. Dude, I can't get my words together. Anyway. Got a couple of legends in the chat. Check out their channels. Rafucho. Crossover. Go check out their work. They got some good stuff. Making picks. Taking names and making picks. Foot stomps. Let's break some toes tonight, boys. Come on, Gonzalez. Get this done. Rosales staying busy, but not showing much. Not showing much in way of real danger. Oh, beautiful knee up the middle. Right to the body by Gonzalez. All right, they're split apart now. They've broken it up. Ooh, Rosales, beautiful combination to the body. Twisting and turning those shots. Feints some kind of knee up the middle that was nowhere near landing, but all right. All right, Gonzalez back on the back foot now. Rosales out of the clinch and into the pressure. Oh, Gonzalez lands a beautiful right hook. Let's go home. Let's pack it up, boys, and call it a night. Somebody get a finish here, fellas. Former Bellator fighters. Chris Gonzalez has the I don't want to choose my words incorrectly. He has the superior resume. However, he has a lot of losses on the record. Rosales is a little bit younger. But again, no real prospect coming into the UFC off of this one. Although, we did have a good prospect in the last fight out of Australia. Round 1 is over. Isaac Thompson. For anybody out there, any of my hardcores out there, Isaac Thompson fighting out of Australia by way of Team Alpha Male. Solid fighter. Good. Mixed it up. Well-rounded. These two guys, former Bellator guys, fighting on the regional scene again. They're not really going to go anywhere in their careers. They might hang around for a couple more years. They may even jump into some opportunities in which they get called up to some bigger cards just because they take the chance, take the opportunity when it's given to them, when it's provided, when it is laid in front of them. Maybe they'll make something of something. Couple more seconds between first and second rounds here. All right. Immediately, Rosales with the body kicks. Rosales' wife fighting on the card. She lost tonight, but husband and wife fighting on the same card. Shades of Benson Henderson. I'm sure he's not the only one, but that comes to mind. All right, back and forth here. Great right hand by Rosales down the middle. Gonzalez throws back. Not let him get away with anything too easy. What is good about this one is there's clearly some decently mid-level MMA. It's not too sloppy, not too crazy. Some guys that know what they're doing out there. Gonzalez gets too close. Rosales gets too close. Gonzalez reverses. He's got Rosales up against the cage in the clinch. Elbow over the top. Beautiful shot. Break apart here. Separated. And Rosales, I'm not sure if he pulled guard or if Gonzalez got a takedown there. That's hard to see. Yes. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Shaler. Future light heavyweight. Great KO power. Were you watching that, dude? That was pretty impressive. I like the look of that one. But yeah, Isaac Thompson. Loai Abushar. Noah Bay I liked as well. Yep. But Shaler Lad, he looked pretty damn good, dude. 3-0 now. KO power, like you said. I'm liking what I'm seeing. This card got some fun guys on here. But Ralph Fucho, if you missed that Loai Abushar fight, that was fucking sick, dude. Knockout, knee up the middle. Shades of Patchy Mix, Rafael Stotts. Too tall for lightweight. 6'4" monster. And Isaac Thompson looked pretty impressive as well. Showed the skills, showed the skill set. Showed that he's got something to offer in terms of MMA, in terms of mixing it up. Can't reiterate that enough. Rosales just working in the clinch, doing some damage. Elbows to the side of the head. Will he get this on damage? We'll see. Good combination by Gonzalez on the break. High kick attempts. Nothing there. Rosales just staying busy. Not a lot of pop, not a lot of weight behind the shots, but he's just staying busy, throwing some combinations, getting some shots out. Ooh, they tag each other both with a right hand. Left hand. Get my lefts and rights mixed up. What am I? Kindergartner? All right, come on, fellas. 125, 124, 123 left in the second round. All right, come on. Uppercut there by Gonzalez. Rosales slipping out of the way of a couple shots. Teep kicks up the middle. Nothing landing significant at all. Ooh! Hook kick by Gonzalez. Landed, but not with authority. Body shot there by Rosales. 50 seconds left to go in the second round. Superman attempt by Gonzalez misses. He's going after Rosales, but nothing landed. He's slipping and dipping out of the way. I mean, this is the Matrix. Elbow by Gonzalez. Oh, big right hook by Gonzalez again. Tagging him with the right hooks. And again. Rosales hands down. He's tired, man. Throwing back, though. Gonzalez definitely took the lead. 15 seconds. Somebody do something. Make a statement. Oh, another right hand by Gonzalez. He's wrapped this round up. Easy peasy. Elbow. Step in elbow. Beautiful. Oof. Gonzalez tearing him apart now near the end of that round, man. Woo. Rosales landed a couple times, but Gonzalez down the stretch, putting it on him. I thought he was looking to clinch and wrestle here, but apparently not. Apparently not. He put the hands on him. 5 more minutes, round 3. All right, baby. Come on. Round 3. Let's do something special, boys. Let's put on a war. Round 3. War. Get the dogs ready to go. Let him off the leash. That's been a great fight. Round 1 was a little slow, but round 2 was fantastic down the stretch. 450, 449, 448, 447. Let's go. Round 3. 5 more minutes. Pour it all out. Rosales looking a little winded. Hands down. But he's slugging. His wife, of course, fought earlier the night. She lost. I'm kidding myself. I got a small stream here with almost nobody watching. I'm looking at new chats. They aren't really new. I already read them. But it's been a few minutes since I got a chat. So I'm trying to show it back up. And I'm like, well, I got new chats. No, I don't. No, I don't. Don't kid yourself, man. Don't kid yourself. No new chats yet. We're still watching the fights, enjoying them. Got a couple people in here. All right, 4 minutes left. Circling each other. Gonzalez backed up against the cage. Rosales feints an uppercut. Throws a knee. Vicious elbows to the side of the dome. Gonzalez has got to move here. Still got Rosales backed up against the cage. 3:40 left to go. Groin shot here. The boos ring out. Come on, they got kicked in the fucking nuts, mate. Come on, crowd. Listen, I like going to fights. I enjoy it. But I do like watching at home as well, so I can see all the angles. When you're at the fights, you can't see very well. You're either far away or something's blocking you. People standing up. You've only got one angle when you're watching it in the arena. I do quite enjoy watching fights in the comfort of my own space. All right, back at it. We got 3 minutes and 30 left to go. Gonzalez getting a bit of a rest here. Back underway. Oh, good stiff jab by Rosales there. Not much happened. Very similar, just kind of poking, tapping each other. A couple of shots, nice deep kick up the middle. Oh, somebody just landed big. I heard it. Couldn't quite see who landed. They both threw right hands at the same time. .240 left to go. A little bit of a head clash there. Gonzalez popping him with a right hook again. Oh, big left hand by Gonzalez. Rosales takes it like it's nothing. Eats that shit like a ham sandwich. Man, Gonzalez cracking him with the right hooks, but that was a left one. Almost put him down. Rosales tough, man. 2:15 left to go. Woo! Woohoo! Come on, boys. Rosales still throwing. Rosales to the body. Gonzalez tagging upstairs. Yeah, there we go. Working the clinch, man. Work it out. All right, they're broken back up. Back to the middle of the octagon. Gonzalez been poked or something. Something's bothering the eye. He's backing up, shooting for a takedown, and Rosales gives it up like it's nothing. Elbows off the back, though. This is looking good for Rosales. Still doing damage, showing that he's willing to do some damage. Fight through the fire, even though you're on the bottom. Throw some strikes, do some damage. You can still win rounds off your back. It's possible. Excuse me. Throw up some armbar. Not quite. Elbows out of danger. Triangle attempt. Doesn't have it, but he's still... Dude, this guy's working off the back. I like Rosales working off the back like that. That is good work. Gonzalez still all over him, though. Popping him from behind. All right, Rosales up to the cage. He's got to do something here. 40 seconds left to go. Can he do something? He looks tired. Oh, Gonzalez. Right hook, left hook, right hook. Good grief, Rosales has got a chin on him. It's getting spun. That chin is getting spun. He's 30 seconds left. Now he's been wobbled by a straight jab. Woo, woo. Come on, boys. 20 seconds. Throw down. Leave it all out there, fellas. Swinging for the fences. 10 seconds left. He's pointing down. Doing the old Max Holloway. Oh, almost lands a knee, does Rosales, but Gonzalez gets him down. He's going for the leg. He's got 2 seconds. What are you doing? 50-50 to end the fight. Okay, interesting way to end the fight, but all right. We'll take it. 2 absolute gladiators out there. Winging punches until they can throw no longer. Great fight. Great fight. A little bit of a battle there between 2 Bellator vets. Oh, who do we think won that one? Who's out there watching this? Who won that fight? Couldn't even keep score. Too busy talking and watching this one. Going back and forth. Fuck, man. Rosales hit a big right hook on him. Big bomb. But Gonzalez comes back. Who else was watching out there? Let me know who won this one. Big fight. Big wins. Whoever gets this one is a big winner. But man, these guys both all action. Great fight. Round 1 was a little slow. Round 2 was fun. And round 3, they were just winging shots at each other. Great main event. Great fight. All right, fellas, let's wrap this up so I can go take myself a good old nap. Good old nappy nap. Time for bed. Getting some high fives from the ring girls. Hell yeah, dude. Whatever, man. All right, come on, announce it. Announce it so we can call this one a night. I've enjoyed hanging out with everybody. Shout out to Crossover MMA. Go check out his stuff. Capitan Ralph Fuccio had me on the show the other night. Shout out to him as well. Go check out their stuff. I know they were popping in the chat. Who else was in here? Matt showed up. Hello Kitty, the legend. Hello Kitty. Showed her face. Rogue Strummer was also in here. Shout out Rogue. Had some good conversation with Rogue out there. Shout out to everybody who enjoyed. What a card. What a fight. What a night. What a day it was. What a day of fights. Chris Gonzalez gets it done. We'll drop the mic and end it there. Couple of great prospects. Fantastic finish in the LFA. We'll shout him out one more time. Loe Abushar. Go look it up. Fantastic knee up the middle. Finish beautiful. Isaac Thomas, a great prospect. Noah Bay was fun. He defeated Melvin Manhoof's cousin, Cedric Manhoof, in vicious fashion. Then Shaler Ladd also looked impressive on the card. Good prospects to watch out for on the LFA card. And in the main event, 2 Bellator guys just went after it. Just got absolutely tarnished. Just went back and forth. Tarnished each other. Destroyed each other. I'm not sure if that's even the right word. It just came to mind. Great card. Fun fights. Got some BJJ prospects as well on the ladies' side of things. Anyway, we'll get out of here. Send you off to have a good night. Good, safe night, everyone. Have a good one. See you again very, very soon. But for now, that'll do for me.